What's up, dogs? I'm excited for WARDOGS, and this guy just posted a video on this update, and it's so far, this video looks really cool. It's basically addressing feedback. I clicked on a random spot just for the thumbnail, just so you know, oh, we're talking about this guy and this. But if this video is as good as their original trailer and their gameplay, I'm excited. Almost any video that these guys pop out, I'm probably just going to be super excited, just because the transparency that they have with their vision of their game. Before, they said their game is going to be as realistic as possible, but it will never forget it's a game. So I kind of like that, because I don't know if you guys ever played Tarkov and you got to the quest where you just got to be dehydrated, so you have to eat a can of mayonnaise and then just be in a corner jerking off for like 20 minutes. That's not really good gameplay. These guys are like, okay, you're going to be really realistic and eat and drink and do whatever the fuck you want, but we won't let you be in a corner eating mayonnaise. So automatically, they got my vote, dog. So, and also, I like saying dog a lot, and the game is called WARDOGS.
We've just showcased our new WARDOGS gameplay trailer at the Future Games Show.
It is time for a closer look at WARDOGS.
Off the back of that show, we now have reached over 600,000 wish lists, and the reception has been
Yep,
insane.
one of them's me, dog.
Big fucking map and overarching progression. Yes, dude. I like how.
Why? If you're excited, do you hear yes, dude? That just sounds that sounds so stupid. Get fucking hyped, dog. If you're hyped, be fucking hyped. Like, I hope in the future, when I make it as a big YouTube streamer, I'm not gonna be like, yes, dude, because it just doesn't sound. It's like, who are we? Who are we?
It's all cash based.
Yo, this looks badass.
Lone Star winning.
Asmongold, Shroud,
The burnt peanut's gonna fucking
burnt peanut. All right.
WARDOGS.
Shit looks fire. What can I say? Shit looks fire.
Straight after the gameplay trailer dropped,
Shit looks fire. That's a great response then. Yes. At least Peanut knows what's up, dog.
we revealed 30 minutes of pure pre-alpha gameplay.
That was him. No denying.
Oh, yeah. We actually spent weeks trying to capture the perfect, clean footage, but in the end we just said, screw it, let's grab our mates, even if some of them are
great choice,
and just play and have fun. Just zoom in on Reese's face.
Okay.
Reese.
Are you getting a shot of me
Yeah.
because you said I'm shit?
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
Go,
Damn. He was the guy who killed his teammates, dude. I saw that. That was the end of the trailer, or end of the 10-minute gameplay thing. I didn't realize this was the same guy, dude. Automatically, the game devs are based. They're talking shit. They had bukkake at the end of their first trailer. They're fine throwing shit at each other. Like, this is amazing. Like, it was already a day one buy. It's like, it's the day one buy for any fucking DLC you guys have, dude.
Looking through all of the reactions.
Yeah, devs are worth getting behind. I have not been this excited for a game in a long time. Open the doors, I'm ready for war. Devs playing what they cooked is beautiful. Man, it looks so fun. Yeah, all the comments are in, dude. Is my comment in there? Nikita, damn. Even Nikita from Tarkov said, oof, good stuff. He knew. Even Nikita knew, dog. He's like, fuck, Tarkov, it's over, dude. Sorry, Nikita, we don't want to play fucking mayonnaise, man. We just want to shoot.
The pre-alpha gameplay reception has been overwhelmingly positive. It's also brought us some feedback, and that's the main subject of today's video. Not the feedback itself, but instead how we as a developer handle feedback and our game.
Okay, feedback, debrief, got it. Addressing the feedback, come on.
One of our frustrations as players is seeing other devs and publishers not having the commitment to their vision or the balls to say what they want about their own game.
Okay, yeah.
Forgive us for being more direct than you may be used to.
No, I love directness. Please, please lead the charge for directness. Especially if you're making a game or a product, I want you to be direct. I don't want you to gaslight me. None of that shit, dog. Tell me what it is. Everything about this is great.
But when it comes to feedback, it doesn't matter if you're a well-known streamer. It doesn't matter if you're a content creator with thousands of followers. We're not going to compromise our vision for WARDOGS based on feedback from people who haven't yet had the opportunity to experience the game how we intended.
Wait, you're not going to listen to anybody because they haven't played the game. That's fair. Yeah, because they haven't even touched it. They just saw the trailer. We could be worried as consumers to be like, you know what? This game might have some issues, but focus on the vision. If you want the game to be played in a certain way, just build it and we will come. Well, that no homo. Just finish the game, dog. Just finish the game. Finish the game and then we'll tell you it's good or not.
And this doesn't mean that we're not always listening and discussing feedback.
If a bug is discovered, we'll log it to be fixed. If audio isn't clear, we'll be listening and tweaking the mix.
Okay, that's the job.
Occurs,
thank you.
We'll discuss it internally and ultimately consider new designs. If there are gameplay frustrations or balancing issues, we'll be watching both Discord discussions and back-end data, and most importantly, we'll be playing the game ourselves and acting good time if we think a change is justified.
Good.
In the grand scheme of things, those issues.
This is normal. This is what every dev
level,
team needs to do.
Clear vision for what WARDOGS is and what WARDOGS isn't.
The line in the sand. Woo! Cut it off, dog. Cut that shit off.
WARDOGS is a hardcore tactical shooter that doesn't forget it's a game. It takes elements
Great
of
sentence.
hardcore games and makes them more approachable to bridge the gap. Meaning the game isn't going to be for everyone.
The risk of creating a game
That's good. The game will not be for everyone. I don't want everyone to play this game. I want the people who actually want to play the game or really want to play the game. I don't want someone who just hates the game and people just say, "Oh, you know what do we need in our tactical shooter? Let's get the demographic of people who play Animal Crossing. We need to tap into that market. Let's make a fucking dog costume so that the Animal Crossing people could play our game." No, do not do that.
sits between two opposites is that every player's.
Wait a second. Arcade hardcore. So WARDOGS is not going to be as hardcore than Tarkov and Arma 3, but it's not going to be arcade like Call of Duty or Battlefield 6. That seems fair. I'm okay with that. Right in the middle, but leaning towards Arma and Tarkov. That is a good spot for it.
Line of what features are too arcadey or too hardcore become extremely subjective. Arma, Squad and Tarkov diehards think Battlefield is a casual game. Battlefield players think they're hardcore because they're not COD players. Some COD players think they're hardcore because they're playing hardcore mode. The point is, every player has their own idea of where that line sits. That's why it's so important to us that we clearly state our vision and that for WARDOGS, we are the line in the sand.
Beautiful.
With that in mind,
beautiful.
It's time to talk about the elephant in the room.
That is beautiful. If some people are going to think something's easy or hard or whatever, it is subjective because people are retarded. A lot of these people don't even understand the games that they're playing. And so what they think is hardcore is not really hardcore. One of my pet peeves is someone say, "Dude, that gun's so broken." And it's like, no, it's not. It's just a gun with high damage. People overuse the word broken. Having something broken just fundamentally breaks the programming in the game. You know what breaks the game is like Oblivion, I think, or Skyrim or something, where you take like a bucket and you just put it over the NPC's head and you just steal everything. I forgot which game that was, but I find that a little bit broken because you have all these like stats for sneaking around and stealing. Yeah, you just put a bucket over their head and you just steal whatever you want. It is a good strategy, but it's also kind of broken because why have so many things about stealth when you just put a fucking bucket over their head?
Pre-alpha gameplay footage. Kill cam.
Kill cam is a great example of a feature that absolutely.
Oh yeah, so the kill cam, I didn't know if I would like that in this game because if it's going to be kind of like, you know, Tarkov or whatever, kill cams normally aren't even there, and it adds so much. It adds another element to the game. It's very rare when a duality of arcade and tactical has a kill cam, but I guess it's in this game, so we'll just see how it goes.
Absolutely leans more towards arcade than tactical, but there was some context missing from the gameplay reveal.
Firstly, like everything in WARDOGS, kill cam is tied to depth and decisions that you as a player can make.
If your preferred playstyle is going incognito and you want to snipe from the hills or ambush players in close quarters, you could unlock and buy a ghillie suit from the equipment vendor. This negates the kill cam entirely. The trade-off is this comes at a steep investment.
Whoa. That's awesome, dude. Are you kidding me? That's cool, dude. Okay, so everybody else gets a kill cam, but if you wear the ghillie suit, you could have the kill cam disabled. That is awesome. Oh my god.
You'll be unarmored as it sits in your armor slot, leaving you
You be unarmored. Oh shit. Ooh, so do you want armor and a kill cam or no armor and no kill cam? That's a good trade-off. Okay, I'm in.
vulnerable to small arms fire if discovered.
You'll also partially negate kill cam with headshots, where it won't zoom towards your player and will only turn in your general direction after you land a headshot.
This pushes the onus onto the player to make a split-second decision in the moment-to-moment combat of the control zone.
Wait,
Do you go
what?
for a clean headshot kill with an AP round to stay in protection?
Wait, go back.
Where you'll also partially negate kill cam with headshots, where it won't zoom towards your player and will only turn in your general direction after you land a headshot.
This pushes the onus onto the player to make a split-second decision in moment-to-moment combat.
Interesting. So if you shoot him in the head, it doesn't go straight to the person who killed you, but it will after a delay. Oh, I don't know. They really thought about this kill cam stuff.
Of the control zone. Do you go for a clean headshot kill with an AP round to stay undetected? Or do you use the hollow point ammo you looted and shoot an enemy's unarmored body parts for a quicker kill and risk the
So there's different rounds in this game, like in Tarkov. Interesting.
enemy detecting you? Look, we're not here to sell the benefits of kill cam. Instead, we want the more hardcore players to understand why it was added in the first place before we explain how you can play without it entirely.
Okay, tell us. The vision. Tell us the
We set out
vision.
from day one to make an all-out warfare shooter with tactical elements that we could play with our more casual mates, who always say they want to play something more hardcore, but will get frustrated and quit in a few hours.
I'm dead. That's so shit.
Enter Tarkov. Yep. Okay.
I'm going to bed. Killed by invisible people. Refunded.
I'm sure we're not alone as FPS fans trying to convince our mates to try out titles such as Hell Let Loose, Squad, and Escape from Tarkov.
Okay, I can tell you right this. Hella Loose Squad, Escape from Tarkov. We're going to cut the mustard. We're going to cut right straight into it. Tarkov is fun, but it's trash. Squad is fun, but there's too much work. Hell Let Loose is the better version. Hell Let Loose is the one. Don't play the others.
But struggle to get them to play more than a few matches. The complaint we repeatedly encountered attempting to play these games with our friends is the frustration of repeatedly dying over and over and not knowing how, where, or why they died.
Okay, well, first of all, back to my theory. It's because they're retarded. It's because they're retarded. When you get shot in a shooter, you got to think about you're dead. Whatever your decisions was to be in that spot, there was a mistake. So you have to ask yourself, what can I have done better? Like right here, this guy is next to a building. So if he gets shot and he's dead, he's got to ask himself, okay, since I have all this protection on the right, where would the enemy be on the left? And how could I have predicted that? Is he under the bridge or is he over the bridge? Did I check the bridge before I got to this point? If you checked over the bridge and you checked under the bridge, and then you're like, I could go forward, then you're making a smaller risk, but it's not a huge risk. If you don't even check anything, you just get over here and be like, oh, horse blinders is the guy in front of me, then of course you died because you're fucking dumb. I guess as a dev, if you're trying to solve the question, how can we get dumb people to play our game and not turn it off? That's a hard obstacle, man. That's a hard obstacle. But you know what? Godspeed. Let's see if you did it.
We know that learning to prevent that can be part of the fun.
Did he just say wiener? Let's go back.
And
By repeatedly dying over and over and not knowing how, where, or why they died.
whilst we know that learning to prevent that
I swear to God, I think he said wiener. Okay, whatever. Continue.
can be part of the fun and mastery of TAC FPS, the lack of information feels too punishing and too unfair to them.
This was always an issue when trying to play Armor King of the Hill, and also in WARDOG's early development, as the issue was only amplified by unique design traits. Our maps are large, with lots of verticality and hiding spots, with lethal weaponry potentially at every angle. Until you learn the game, the frustration is only amplified in WARDOGS. Every life is an investment, making every death hurt more. So they end up quitting instead of putting in the hours to gain the knowledge.
See, that's the thing. That's just shooting games in general. Like, these people will never learn, dude. If they're going to die in your tactical FPS, they're going to die in like Apex Legends. They're never going to learn. They're going to die in Fortnite. They're going to die in Call of Duty. They're just going to die. The easiest thing you do is just use cover. Use cover, use your brain to predict where the enemy's located, and then every move you make is going to be a risk. Like, think about this in chess. Chess is available for anybody in the world. There's going to be a lot of losers. There's going to be some people that move the pawn in the wrong way and then just get bodied. And then you ask yourself, how can we get people to keep playing chess? Because those guys are just going to rage quit. They're just going to flip the table and say, I'm not playing this game. I'm going to go and play checkers. And then they're going to lose too because they don't even know strategy. Sooner or later, they'll just have to learn and get good. If they don't get good, those are the people you make big rocks into little rocks. They're just good for that. These devs are trying to make the most money as they can by providing a product, which is a shooter, that's good for the hardcore and the softcore. And it's a daunting task, and I hope they do well. If you're able to get some people that they want to play the game and they want to get good, and they flip that switch of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been in that corner because now I know I shouldn't have got shot there, then it's great. If you're able to make people to just learn, this game is going to be very successful.
Prevent that scenario happening in the first place. Kill cam in WARDOGS softens that friction. It doesn't entirely remove it.
Kill cam helps discourage camping, and it nudges players to tactically reposition during engagements, and it keeps pacing more dynamic than static.
We're not saying don't camp if that's the strategy you want to invest into, but it's our answer to the age-old FPS debate of players having a significant advantage by camping. Most importantly, we added kill cam to help onboard new players to the...
So these guys are talking to the retards right now. They're saying you could camp if you want, but we already know that strategy is like super good. And it kind of is. Like, this camping and just even in real life is strong. It's just strong, dude. In order to move somebody, you have to do OBJ. To stop camping, you just have to OBJ. You have to get something before the timer runs out. Then everyone's going to be moving.
Depth and more hardcore elements of WARDOGS on our official servers. Ironically, out of all the people over the Future Game Show weekend, Asmongold called us boomers, even though his headline's supposed to mind, by the way. It's what it is.
Damn, dog.
They know their audience. The song, yeah, this is a boomer game for sure.
But he's not wrong. The players we're talking about here have jobs, families, and other commitments. They may not have the time that we do to learn and recognize the best spots to ambush new players from, or the sonic signature of a 9mm round, but they will if they're more willing to stick around long enough to find out.
You know, the fact that they commented on Asmongold and they accepted the call of the boomers, and then they also poked a little bit fun, and then they're pushing forward to just like have their vision. These devs are pretty good. They're able to take criticism, push back softly and said, this is our vision for the game. This video is pretty strong, man. I like this video.
WARDOGS is not for everyone. It is a more hardcore shooter than it is arcadey. But our line in the sand here is that shooter fans who want to try something more tactical than what they usually play are a welcome part of our audience, and we intend WARDOGS to be the gateway to learning and appreciating tactical FPS.
However,
Perfect. That sentence right there is perfect. You want to bring the tactical shooter to the common man. I like that. I'm a huge fan of that.
Players feel they've learned the game well enough to not rely as heavily on kill cam for map knowledge, meta, and audio cues. We encourage people to try out community servers running what we're calling hardcore mode.
We haven't discussed hardcore mode yet, as we didn't want to muddy the basic understanding of the core WARDOGS experience. But in short, hardcore mode will have kill cam disabled, reduced HUD, kill feed will be forced to squad only.
Kill cam disabled, reduce HUD, kill feed forced to squad only. First person only vehicles. That sounds pretty cool. So your kill cam is forced to only your squad so they know how they die. Okay.
And and vehicles will be first person only. This mode is intended for the hardcore players who aren't afraid of the higher levels of friction in hardcore tactical shooters. This way of playing is massively important to us, so cash and XP earning will remain persistent across official and community servers.
I'm excited.
The only time these servers won't be connected to your persistent cash is if server admins drastically alter values outside of our preset bounds in order to protect and maintain the game's economy. We wanted this vlog not just to serve as...
So there's going to be a main game economy, and then there's just going to be a community mode where you can just make it harder for those harder people. You know what? They have a mode for the hardcore, the Arma players, the Tarkov players. That's fine. They're basically saying we made a playpen for them to just go ham. But for the rest of you fucking degenerate retards, here you go. And that's fine. That's perfect.
Like the kill cam response video, but instead as an example of how we own our vision for the game. We draw that line in the sand and feed that back to you, the players. We're not going to defend ourselves every time the loudest voices disagree with our decisions, but in this early stage, we want you to know wholeheartedly who you're buying the game from. We want you to understand the vision we have for the game and what game you're buying into.
This is the game we want to make and play ourselves. Honestly, if you're still against that, WARDOGS might not be for you. You'll always be welcome, but we don't want you to spend your money on something you might not enjoy.
Dude, I'm going to spend my money and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of this game, dude.
So to recap, we want to make sure that players can understand where, why, and how they died.
You can make the choice in game to negate the kill cam with the ghillie suit, or reduce the kill cam with a headshot.
That's a great decision.
You can play entirely without kill cam on community servers, which will also be a part of the persistent cash and XP system.
There's still so
I
much
agree
we
with
want
that.
to cover before
That's such a good decision. The 3 different kill cams, the standard one, the headshot one, and the ghillie suit to just take it off completely. That's going to give WARDOGS its identity. Because I don't think there's another game for the last like 10 or 15 years that has done something similar to this.
access. But for us, being direct and firm about our vision is the antidote to the sad state of affairs in the games industry where players have been dealt deceptive marketing for so long.
Yes. Fuck, I just sound like that guy. God damn it, I'm not even big, dude. I did the fucking yes. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain. God damn it, fuck. Here I'm talking shit, and I'm the one that's fucking doing that shit too. But yeah, true. I should have just done true. Okay, I gotta change. I gotta move on from Yes Dog, right? We've been so mind fucked from all this deceptive marketing ploys. We like to just be told the truth. Tell me the game, tell me how much it is, show me some fun things, and then I'll determine if I want to get it or not. So far, realistic shooter, big battles, King of the Hill style, where you have to be in the tower and put a little code in. That sounds great. Plus, the devs are playing their own game and they're having fun, dude. And they're taking feedback well, and they provided more details about their game based on the feedback. This team is a winner. I like this team. I like this dev. I like the publication. It's a breath of fresh air. So thank you, WARDOGS.
Sure, at some point our approach will backfire and we'll say something out of line that a AAA publisher would wince at. That is a
Just don't say the N-word and you'll be fine, all right?
risk that we at Bulkhead are willing to take to help you be more confident in wishlisting WARDOGS.
Ooh, pre-alpha announcement. Come on, baby. Come on.
Happening on the 26th of June. Originally, we were only opening up the
oh
pre-alpha
shoot,
to
that's like in 10
1,000
days.
players. But since the hype this past weekend was so high and we've received so many new signups, we've decided to add 4,000 new players to the closed pre-alpha test.
Bruh, first of all, I'm really excited for the 4,000 pre-test. It's definitely not going to be me, but if it is me, that'll be fucking awesome. It's probably going to be like Asmongold, Burt Peanut, Shroud, all the typical people that you think, because it, top people get the juice. I get nothing. I get the drips. So that's WARDOGS. It looks great. I mean, I'm surprised the team actually made a video to address some of the feedback. I think they were worried that some people are overreacting with the kill cam. And usually kill cam is like, it's a make or break for a game, especially for a shooter game. Because if you want to be tactical and hell let loose, you don't have a kill cam. You get shot, you're done. And a lot of people might get upset because they're like, oh, I got I got shot. I don't know from where. Really bothers me. I remember one online friend that I don't even talk to anymore. He was like, oh, I was like, dude, you should play Hell Let Loose. It's really fun. And so he got Hell Let Loose. He came up and he's like, I don't know where anybody's at. They're just shooting at me. And I'm like, but you're out in the open. This is a realistic game, dog, where like one shot, you're done. He used to play like Hunt Showdown and like all the other games where you actually have like a little more life than usual. And he just kept running out in the middle. And he's like, I can't aim. I don't know where they're at. And I'm like, well, is it your graphics? And then I was like, why don't you take your graphics and put it down to like community filter or whatever the graphics card he had, because he was like auto. It had all the trees, all the bushes. It looked good, but you couldn't see anything. I was like, why don't you just like put it down the mid? Just put it normal. But that didn't even help him either. He kept, even when he had the fucking most potato looking fucking graphics, he couldn't see people. And then when he ran in the middle, he died all the time. And I'm like, dude, stop going in the middle. Use cover. Prone. But that's a tall order to ask, because a lot of these people, they've been playing Call of Duty their whole life. They're playing games that aren't really tactical, but they say they're tactical, and they think that's the norm. Sorry, man, that's not the norm. So if this game is able to bridge that to have the normies actually play tactical, it's like a gateway drug for them to be like, oh, I now know how to shoot better, then I like that. I want more competent people. I don't mind shooting noobs all day long. I also like to get challenged, and you can only get challenged from people who actually know what they're doing. If this game is going to bring people in, train them to actually like play a tactical shooter and get better at it, it's just going to be good for the lifespan of this game. But anyways, I'm excited about this game. WARDOGS is in my wish list. I'm going to try to get in that playtest. I probably don't have the sauce to get in, but man could dream. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.